Gonna talk about that as well, but there's also so many other things that happen, especially among XLA. Funnily enough, we are losing a member as well as gaining a member. And when I say gain a member, it's more like, they're coming back. But, it's, I guess it's, you give one, you get one, The final topic of today, the state of XLA and why we're burning down. Just kidding. So while I was basically on collabs and not really having a solo Zatsu stream, X announced his graduation, right? I love the guy. Serious talk here. I actually got from an anonymous source, I'm not gonna name them, but I got basically a message saying something about how I shouldn't interact with Hex anymore. They're like, we love you very much. We support you a lot. We're saying some wild things like, when Hex calls you a brother, like, we don't know if he actually means that or anything. And they also laced it with saying things like, I say this, because I really support you. Apparently not just me, but many people in the community share these feelings and things like that. I think right now, the best way to address this, I'm the person who believes that when people say I support you, I really do think they support you. I want to try to be believing. And I'm sure in their head, they meant well. And I'm not blind. I'm not a blind person. I know that there was a couple things happening in the community that was, I think chat knows as well. And I'm not going to put any more focus on it, but it was definitely something. And I could see why there's concern, but I guess what I want to say is X has genuinely been nothing but kind to me. Maybe he doesn't think of me as a brother, I'm sure he does. But even if he doesn't, I think of him as a brother. And I'm pretty sure when that man says that he thinks of me as a brother, I'm like certain that he means that because he's a good guy. Maybe he made some mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes, but we're all trying our best. We're all doing our best. And I can say this with like complete, deep felt, heartful honesty that he's a good guy. He's a good bro. He's a very good guy. He has been nothing but supportive to me. And I am very much gonna miss him when he leaves. And again, I mean, the thing about the VTuber community in general, I think it's an interesting place. I'm not saying the Hex will, but like there are people out there who you think are good guys, but they ended up completely batshit crazy. I'm not saying that Hex is batshit crazy, but like, not in like a cancelable way. What I'm saying is like, maybe things will change in the future. And when that happens, I'll make my decision then. I'm not a dumb person. I'm a big boy. I'm a smart boy. I have a degree. I go to school. I'm a good guy. I can make my own decision. If it ends up after Hex leaves as nijisanji and whatever he does, maybe if he's a little difficult to support, I'll make sure that happens, right? I'll make sure to stop supporting him. But as of now, from today, and from what I can see, he's doing his best. He's a good guy. He supports me. And this Hex haywire that you say that I should stop supporting, he's not just my gen mate, but he's my brother. And I'm gonna miss this man so freaking much. And I'm gonna support him no matter where he goes. That's my current stance on it. But yeah, he's leaving. So bye, Hex. Nice knowing you. It's not going to be the same. I'm going to be honest. When we first lost our first member, I'm not going to lie. It hurt. It hurt. I always do feel like we would have been better off with 6 people. I'm not going to lie. It hurt. Now that we're going to lose another one, it's going to hurt. I'm going to be completely honest. It's going to hurt. And the thing is, while Koto was on break, I was kind of scared that she wasn't going to come back. I thought she wasn't going to come back. I'm not going to lie. So I was a little nervous about that because then it would just be 3 of XLA and I wasn't sure what I was going to do. Then I think literally today or like yesterday, she's coming back. I think she's coming in just in time for her birthday, I believe, right? You guys haven't heard the news. Koto is coming back. Very good stuff. Please go support her as much as you can. I think for me, Koto returning does mean a lot. For me, being part of a group is both such a beautiful thing and yet such a scary thing. Because as much as I love my group, if something happens within the group, it hurts all of us. And for me, when Koto was on hiatus, I did feel a little down. Like, there was that weighing feeling of knowing that one of my gen mates is on perpetual hiatus. And it's hard to be happy streaming that way. When Hexter announced his graduation, it sucked. I was down for a while. I was like hella depressed. It's very much seemed like my world that I really appreciated, really enjoyed being in was falling apart. For me, I gave up a lot to be part of nijisanjien. I realized that for many people, this was an opportunity that was the best for them. And for me, I can't say it wasn't the same, but to be honest, I did give up a lot to be here. And I am very much facing that consequences now. And I really wanted to make a name for myself while I was here. So that's why when I saw everything breaking apart, I felt like my life was falling apart. I just wish it wasn't like this because what has happened has hurt so many of us that not many people are truly aware of. Not many people are really thoughtful enough and are emotionally smart enough to realize that what has happened has hurt so many people. I remember I was talking to my manager and we were basically crying on call of everything that has gone down. And I really didn't want to say it, but there has been a lot of regrets going around in my head as well, in both my head and my heart. What if I didn't join? I think that's why, for me, Koto returning was big, because I'm sure Koto was also going through it. And I feel like if she never came back, I would have kind of lost hope. If Koto didn't come back, I feel like that would have meant, I see. This place I knew and loved, I think that's it. The place I knew and love is no longer here. But she came back, and that gives me a little bit of hope.